Welcome to the Business Bravery podcast. I am Tiffany. I am your host. And you'll notice that today's episode is a little bit different and it is going to be quite a bit shorter. I am simply jumping in here, one, to thank you so much for listening, and two, to let you know that new episodes will be coming out, but it may not be, it might be next week, it might be the week after. Definitely shouldn't be any longer than that. I have a bunch of these recorded with guests. There's ones that I'm going to record. I am just experiencing something amazing, a result of being brave and doing all of these brave things, like breaking through my money anxiety, a huge one for me, and dealing, busting through anxiety and being a host, a guest on other people's podcasts. All of these amazing things have led to these new opportunities and new clients, and my income has increased, and that is amazing. However, I need some new systems around all of that stuff. And yeah, I just this week, the last 2 weeks, things have just increased in my business. And yeah, the podcast, I mean, yeah, just this weekend, the universe said no. Like, I had a decision this week and I made a decision. I prioritized paying client work from a long-term client who has worked with me for 3 years for services and coaching. And I made that decision knowing that it would impact the podcast. And yeah, that was that decision, and I don't regret it. However, I just wanted to come on here for those of you who listen on audio and you might not actually see me post on social media. I'm like that for some podcasts. It's like I know they're on social and I could follow over there, but I'm just, quite happy on the podcast channel. And so I just wanted to have something to say, don't worry, everything is coming. And it's just, yeah. What else happened this weekend? Like, not that this is a list of excuses, but I guess just if you ever have one of those bad days in your business, just for me, chronic pain came up and I didn't see it coming. And this is the joy. Something I'm working on is when my business increases and then the chronic pain can sometimes come with it if I'm not managing things and things like that. And I thought I was managing everything, but apparently the body says no. So yeah, finding some other ways around those kinds of things. And just, yeah, I just, unfortunately, this one is just going to be this little episode, but hopefully it will inspire you, spur you on, and just understand that other people are doing it imperfectly, and sometimes they have to put out imperfect things. I have to admit, I was moments away from being, what, if I just don't post, like, nobody's going to die. But by the same token, it's like I want to be consistent and I just want people to know that, hey, I'm here. I haven't forgotten. It's just life. The other things that went wrong today was because I was in chronic pain, just tasks were taking me longer and there were things to be sorted out, and my emails stopped for 24 hours. My website went down for 24 hours and I had to fix these things. And there was a couple of mini heart attacks, but you know what? I soldiered on. Oh my God. This is like the epitome of, I don't know, self-congratulations or something, but I celebrate, okay? I celebrate because a couple of years ago, I might have had a complete meltdown and not been able to deal at all. It would have been so much stress. Whereas now it's just like, okay, all right, the heart went a bit excited for a few minutes, especially before I realized what the problem was. And then, I got it all under control. And yeah, just, I had a change, like my card changed, and so they hadn't charged it. And then it's like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay, that's an easy enough fix. But when you don't know what it is and you're like looking at the very opposite of inbox zero, I had 80,000 emails in my inbox. I'm like, oh, quick, better delete some. And I did that for about 5 minutes before I'm like, maybe it's something else. Because Even deleting a few of these is not working. So yes, that has been my day, my week. I am very happy though that my business is growing and that I have broken through a lot of my mindset stuff, and that I get to do that with clients and working with them on amazing, exciting things. And yeah, I didn't want to rush out another episode and cut too many more corners, because people trust me to come when they come on the podcast, and I want to respect their brand and as well as mine. And yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so that's why this episode is going out. And typical to fashion, now that I've started talking, I feel like I don't want to stop talking and I want to tell you everything, because there's a ton of things going on and it's all exciting. Things I definitely want to update you on, updates on the money stuff. I want to update you on this stuff that's going on with my health, because even though chronic pain's going on, I've actually been more active and healthier and stuff like that. So the good with the not ideal. I don't want to say bad, not ideal. And yeah, what else is going on? I'm looking at a new challenge. I'm considering a new challenge, maybe the 4-hour work day, but I'm not committing to that. But I'm just like, it's playing around in my mind, which is interesting because I'm at my limits of my current time as it is, and yet it's kind of like, it's like I need to make a drastic leap in order to make the changes to make it happen, as opposed to, oh, I just want to not do the podcast on Sunday afternoon, which I've been trying to work towards for weeks, and I've done it one in the last 4. So, life things. There are amazing things coming up on the podcast. I just want to tell you, I have been interviewing amazing coaches who have some fantastic stories, people who are inspiring me. One of my guests was talking about how he was an introvert and had to do old style phone calls and things, contacting people, not cold calling people who'd opted in to hear from him, but he still had to pick up the phone. And I really I really gelled with that, what he was saying. And he talked about having to do 10,000 phone calls, and then how sales is the art of the conversation. And that has really inspired me in the last couple of weeks to just pick up the phone and call people, and just really focusing on the art of the conversation rather than having to do sales. So I'm really looking forward to sharing that episode. There have been amazing other ones, people who are just doing amazing things. I've learned about something called Dharma, which is more than just your life's purpose. It is, what is it? It's like what you were born to do, what you were meant to do. So yeah, clearly I learned it so well because I can't really explain it to you. But yeah, that episode's coming soon. So amazing things that are coming. I'm so excited. And don't let my Sunday evening voice throw you. I am super excited about these things. And I also have stuff that, I want to share my behind the scenes stuff and what I'm working on, like maybe my 4-hour workday challenge. I don't know, that's so scary. That's so scary for me. Yeah, just I would have to think about things in a whole different way and become a whole different person to do that leap. So yeah, those are the amazing things. If you have listened to this far, thank you so much. And I would also encourage you to go and listen to a couple of my old episodes. Number 1 could be my one about money anxiety. Even if you heard it once, you can hear it again. Okay. Next one could be episode 3, I believe, which is actually me answering all of the bravery questions that I talked about. And then some other ones, some other great ones. I think it's episode 2 with Eve Burko. She is amazing. She up-leveled her money stuff. Money stuff is on my mind. Something total segue. I have started reading a book called 13 Things. Oh, hang on, let me pull it up. 13 Things. Let me bring it up. What am I reading? Okay. So I'm kind of in the middle of a couple of, self-helpy type books. And so one that I'm in the middle of that's been amazing is called The Education of Millionaires. Another one I've just started reading, but I'm just reading the sample so far, but 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. Say that again. 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And Amy Morin, Morin, is the author of that one. And another one I've been tapping into, one I've read before, but has been coming up in my life, a book called Boundary Boss by Terry Cole. And her YouTube channel and videos are amazing. She has a background as a psychiatrist. And just people who with a background in psychiatry who are interested in coaching, I always find amazing. And then actually that leads me to an upcoming guest on my podcast who has a background in psychology and is moving into coaching and just has really interesting perspectives on women in, like in our modern society, and, like the language we use and things like that we don't even realize is so male skewed. Just fascinating stuff. I love this podcast. I love what I do. And just so exciting to get the rest of those out to you. So thank you so much for listening. If you need permission to just put something out there that's imperfect like this and just say, hey, no, I've got things going on, I'm getting it sorted, I haven't forgotten you or something, then this is your permission. You don't have to do all of the things for all of the people all of the time. You can listen to your body and your health and still keep making money. It doesn't have to be all of the hours all of the time. So please use this as that permission. Use this as that inspiration. And come over and chat with me over on Instagram at Tiffany G Studios, Tiffany G for golf, Studios. No spaces, no underscores, no capitals, just all together, Tiffany G Studios. Come over and chat with me and let me know what you've got going on, what brave things you're working on so that I can celebrate with you. And otherwise stay tuned. There will be a new episode that is in even more depth next week or possibly the week after. I'm just giving myself options here. And because this is my business, I get to do that. I get to look after my health in the best way that I can. All right. Thank you so much for listening. That's it from me, Tiffany, from Tiffany G Studios. Bye for now.